Welcome everybody, this is Gold Leader. I'm joined by Patronus and we're here with a Star Wars TCG stream.
Welcome. Super excited for tonight's stream. We get to see the Death Star deck again. But more importantly, we're going to actually go through a requested, shall we say, rules audit of battle cards.
So if you are not a part of the Star Wars TCG Discord, I highly encourage you join. There is about 200 members. There's probably a good 20, 30 people on at all times, chatting, talking about the game, that kind of a thing. One of our forums is the rules forum, and people basically just post questions they have about Star Wars TCG. So we always do. We're always doing games every Wednesday, and I thought it would be a good idea to diversify the stream a little bit and do some things that isn't just us always playing games. So, with that being said, we're going to talk about battle cards. It is probably one of the most, I don't want to say confusing, because I don't think it's
Misunderstood.
misunderstood is the perfect way. When you can play a battle card in the game, it is definitely something that comes up all the time. And I'm actually kind of looking for my little cheat sheet rules document for a moment. Actually, I'll have Patronus look for that while I talk. So what we're going to do is go over when can we play a battle card. Just for the Revenge of the Sith thing.
Okay.
And while we're doing that, I can also talk about the changes real quick that we made to the deck. So last week it did not work out very well for me. I had a really hard time winning ground. My Death Star kept dying, so I thought I might need to revamp the deck.
It did feel like I was playing more battle cards that were more impactful to the game
That was
state.
definitely part of it. I haven't really changed the battle cards very much. I did revamp the deck. Just the Death Star, in its whole history, has never been a competitive card in Star Wars TCG. It's never won a tournament. It's never been something that people play. But it is a fun card, and if you could get it to work, the card's amazing in draft, not so much in constructed. I'm going to try a different strategy, one I've never tried before, and we'll see how it goes. But before we really get into the deck, we're going to talk about battle cards. So, a battle card. If you don't know, that's a battle card. Battle cards are red bordered cards. They usually cost force points to activate. They never cost build points. You'll see the spot where the build cost would be is always blank. They always cost force points or no force points. There might be sometimes there's an additional cost. There might be something that says tap a character you control or
sacrifice or discard.
sacrifice. There might be an additional cost. Whenever you play a card, you have to pay the force cost of the card and any additional costs. So, like a great example would be Dark Speed. Or, I'm sorry, not Dark Sacrifice. Dark Sacrifice actually doesn't have a force cost, but the card does say that you have to sacrifice one of your units to play the card. So, in this deck, I actually don't have any conditional cards, but it is confusing when can you play a battle card. Because battle cards, you would think, can only be played during the battle step. I think Katra's in channel.
He is. Yep.
So, which is true. For the most part, battle cards are usually only played during the battle step. But battle cards can also be played whenever the term POP triggers. POP stands for player pass. So in this game, the way you play battle cards and other effects is to start a player pass scenario. And player pass means, quite simply, I either choose to play a card or use an effect or pass. The dark side player always has the first option to player pass. So when a window appears for that player to play a card, the dark side player, in theory, should be saying pass, or I'm going to play this card. Then the light side player should be saying, I want to play a card or I want to pass.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it works is I play a battle card if I choose to. Then that card resolves fully. And then if I'm the dark side.
And you have to pay the cost of the card.
Correct, yeah.
In order to play it.
Right.
Yes.
So here's an example.
It will not necessarily resolve, but you have to pay the cost of the card in order to
Right,
use
so
it.
let's use an example. So we've got all these cards on the table. I'm going to grab a Stormtrooper Assault Team. Okay? And if you see on the left side of our screen, I actually put here the 13 steps to attacking. This is slightly abbreviated, but for space, but on page 42 of the Revenge of the Sith rulebook released by Wizards of the Coast, you can find the exact text for these steps. This is a very helpful guide for when can I play a battle card during an attack. Because the reality is, you can actually play a battle card during the battle step almost any time during the battle phase. The limitations come from when there's an attack happening. So for instance, if we are at the start of a battle phase, the first player pass opportunity starts when the battle phase starts. So before anything's attacked, right when a phase begins. So right when the battle phase begins, if I was the dark side player and this Stormtrooper Assault Team was in play, I could decide to use my first opportunity to play a battle card to play Pilot Speed. So Pilot Speed would be a battle card. Now I could not play this card during the build step because it's a battle card. And the only time I can play a battle card is if there's a player pass opportunity. And the only way to generate a player pass opportunity is either an effect would have to like damage one of my units outside of the battle phase, or a disrupt card.
Real quick, I apologize, guys. I realized I didn't actually focus the camera, so I'm going to do that real quick.
Okay.
It just might look a little funky on the screen, but it'll just be a sec.
Yeah, so when a battle phase starts, that's when all the player pass opportunities come. The exceptions are when you're trying to play a battle card outside of the battle phase. And then there's even more exceptions when you're trying to play a battle card while you're attacking. So it looks like she focused it all up. And okay, so let's go through the steps of attacking first, because I think this is where the most confusion happens. So step 1 of steps to attacking is, first thing you do is you tap the attacking unit and choose the defending unit. What that means is if I have this Stormtrooper in play, okay, and we've already determined that the Stormtrooper is the fastest unit in play at 30 speed, then he could tap to do his thing and start a combat. So the combat actually does not start until the unit has tapped and declared a defender. At that point, we would proceed to step 2, and that's when abilities would trigger. So any ability that says when this unit is attacking would trigger in step 2.
Or is attacked.
Or is attacked, I believe.
Yes.
You are correct. So whenever this unit is attacked or attacks,
those
abilities trigger.
Correct.
So that would trigger in step 2. Step 3 is when you would trigger a player pass, the first one in combat. So this is basically your last chance to play a battle card during combat before all the restrictions come in.
Right, basically before any damage would potentially be assigned.
Well, before you even roll dice.
Yeah.
Because the moment if you think about it this way, the moment you roll dice is the moment when restrictions come into what cards can be played during battle. Player passes. So in the attacking stage, step 3 is when you're going to play most of your battle cards. And like an example could be, maybe I wanted to play a card like a bigger fish. This is a bad example with a Stormtrooper squad because he's a very, very small guy. But if I was attacking with, let's say it's a Death Star that's in play. I have a Death Star in play. I could tap my Death Star, attack the target. Before dice are rolled, I have the first player pass opportunity to the dark side. I could play a bigger fish.
Mm.
That would pump up my Death Star. Then my opponent has a player pass opportunity immediately. And the reason why is anytime you play a battle card, the only thing that your opponent can respond with immediately is a disrupt card.
Mm-hmm.
So if you had a card for a disrupt, you would say, hold on, I have a disrupt, I want to disrupt this a bigger fish so it doesn't resolve. That would be a player pass. It's a player pass disrupt. And that's how you could trigger a player pass opportunity outside of the normal times you could play a battle card. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So like
Because it's the effect of that card is conditional upon
disrupting.
needing a trigger, which is in a disrupt case.
Yeah, a disrupt.
Interrupting your opponent's battle
So
card.
a disrupt is basically there's really only 2 cards that you can play in response to someone else's battle card. Well, there's 3 technically. I think 2 are the ones we really care about. A disrupt card, which immediately gets rid of the card you just played, or if the card is a card that deals damage to something, you can play a damage prevention card to prevent the card from dying.
Sure. Like if the battle card you're playing deals damage, you're saying.
No. If the result of playing the battle card deals damage, or basically any time damage is being dealt, a player pass opportunity triggers to be able to play a battle card that prevents damage.
Prevents damage, but not damage counters.
Correct. Damage counters are in damage counters are something that is described a little bit more in detail in the independent DIDC rulebook. It's being revised, so I'm not going to go into the details of damage counters. I'm just going to go into battle cards because it might.
I just
change.
want to make the distinction.
I know. I just didn't want to confuse anyone.
Well, it's a confusing subject,
So so when you play a battle card, really the only way to respond to it is a disrupt.
Mm-hmm.
The effect of dealing the damage creates a player pass opportunity to play a card that prevents damage. Does that make sense?
I guess.
Okay.
It's hard for me to conceptualize it without a specific example of something that deals damage but doesn't deal damage counters.
Well, everything deals damage.
Battle cards, you're saying? All battle cards just deal
No, everything.
damage?
Just units dealing damage. So if I attack and I deal 2 damage, you can play a damage prevention card.
I guess I'm confused as to how, like, droid missiles is any different. Because, again, we're talking damage counters versus dealing damage.
Damage counters. So the droid missile, the only thing you could do to the droid missile is you can disrupt the ability, the activated ability.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be able to play a damage prevention card because it's not dealing damage, it's placing damage counters.
Okay.
Which is a separate thing.
Okay. I guess I've just not seen a battle card that deals damage.
There's quite a few of them. We don't play a lot of them,
Okay.
but an example of a battle card that would deal damage is like Sneak Attack. Sneak Attack deals Trap Door. You know Trap Door. Trap Door taps a character, deals 3 damage to that character. That's a battle card that deals damage.
I thought isn't it damage counters?
No, it's just damage.
Okay.
You really hung up on damage counters for some reason.
Because damage and damage counters are confusing to me. So I'm assuming they're probably confusing to other people as well.
Right, so damage, it's a whole separate video. Damage is when you're being dealt damage from specific damage from an attack, a card. Damage counters is not usually dealt. Damage counters are moved or placed.
Okay.
So the example of droid missiles is damage counters.
Okay.
It is something that is placing something on top of on a card.
Okay.
It's literally the act of taking tokens, putting them on a card.
Okay.
You're placing damage counters. Or
Oops, sorry.
there's moving damage counters, like in the case of Imperial Misdirection.
Mm-hmm.
So this card is your damage counter. This is probably the card people will see in a lot of decks. This does not deal damage. What
Okay.
this does is moves damage that already exists
Right.
from one unit to another unit,
Mm-hmm.
which means you could not play a damage prevention card on this.
Okay.
Um, but there are things that trigger a player pass. When dice are rolled, that will trigger a player pass opportunity. When damage is dealt, that will trigger a damage prevention player pass opportunity, and a disrupt. Those are the three scenarios that would trigger a player pass opportunity outside of the battle phase. So if for some reason, say you were playing some kind of card that allowed you to roll a die during the build step or something, for whatever reason, there might be a card that's like roll this die, and I think Jedi Test is one of them. There are cards that allow you to roll dice, and based on what you roll, an effect happens.
Okay.
If you rolled the die and you had a card, a battle card, that would allow you to re-roll the results, that would trigger because you rolled dice, you could then have a player pass opportunity to play a battle card that would re-roll dice. If there's an attack or any incoming damage from a unit or a battle card, then you could play a card that would prevent damage. And then anytime a battle card's played, there's a player pass opportunity for a disrupt. All player pass means is there's an opportunity to play a card in response to something. The difference between reroll, damage prevention, and disrupt is that the card doesn't fully resolve until that player pass opportunity resolves.
Okay.
And what that means is if I'm attacking with a unit and I'm dealing damage, and you play, you wouldn't have to take the damage right away. You have the opportunity to play a damage prevention card.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
There's any questions in the stream?
Nope, just some people jumping in saying hi. JW West, Easy, Unami.
I think I'm going to have to probably go over this again in a completely separate video because it seems kind of confusing. I don't think I explained it very well how battle cards work.
No one's had any specific questions as you've been talking.
Well, yeah, but you were extremely confused, so
yes, I was.
I think I need to probably maybe script something out and put it out there that's with some graphics and descriptions. So with that said, I think I'm going to discuss the changes, and we're going to go right into the Deathstar deck and get this out of the way. So I changed up the Deathstar deck. I added 4 of the cheap TIE Interceptor, the one that costs 2 build points, as just another way to protect the Death Star. Because if it dies, I pretty much lose. There's too much investment in it.
Yep, that makes sense.
Everything else is the same. I've got 1 copy of the big Death Star, 4 copies of the common Death Star, 4 copies of TIE Interceptor. It's just a cheap, fast unit, best Darkseid unit. Fighter, essentially. Ground, completely different. 3 copies of Stormtrooper Assault Team. 3 copies of Forest ATST. 4 copies of Imperial Speeder Bike. 2 copies of Endor Shield Generator. And 2 copies of Endor Attack Squad. So tried to still keep this deck incredibly thematic by literally playing all of the Endor units I can think of.
Yeah.
And the reason I went with this is all of these units, with exception of Endor Shield Generator, are extremely cheap. They are going to cost me 3 or less build points to put into play. So my theory is during setup, I would have a greater opportunity to deploy my Death Star because I'll see more cards.
Right.
I was having a hard time with the Jawa Sandcrawlers. I had 4 of them, but often during setup I was getting 2 or 3 in my hand, and I had to wait until to even filter them out, and I didn't have battlefield options.
Right.
And I also had no way to win ground. Like, you were just crushing me in ground every
Yep,
time.
it's
So
true.
I'm hoping a lot of these units are not the greatest. I've honestly never really played with Imperial Speeder Bike. It's just a 50 speed with accuracy. I might even have to, if I were to further explore, maybe switch to Darth Vader H to pump up all my guys with 2 power. But then I run into the problem of maybe they get choked out by Vader. So all of the Vader stuff is the same with the exception of I added another intercepting Vader, added Vader A, but I kept all the other Vaders. Only just because I still need to probably win characters sometimes, and Vaders have so much utility. There's so many good Vaders.
Mm-hmm.
I kept both Grand Moff Tarkins. And then because I did not have time to really go through the rules and find out if Blizzard Force Snow Trooper or if Death Star, the Death Star Trooper I was playing,
Mm-hmm.
it says it gets +2 power if
If
the
the
Death
Death
Star
Star's
is
in
in
play.
play. There might be, and I gotta double check because it's been so long since I've played with a card that referenced another card specifically by name, but the name might be exactly Death Star, not Death Star 2.
Right.
Which would mean that the card's completely worthless and I shouldn't be playing it.
Well,
So instead, we're just playing Blizzard Force Snowtroopers because they get bonuses for having lots of Imperials. And now that we're running a lot more Imperials that are
sure.
cheaper,
That's fine.
it's a fine.
I was going to say, I have no problem with playing that, assuming
Yeah,
that ability
you
it
could always
works.
house rule it. I
Yeah.
really just don't. I didn't really have time to go through the rulebook. I have 4 Accelerate in this deck now. The reason why is it gives a unit +40 speed. So if you combo Accelerate with the Death Star, you could have a 50 speed Death Star. So you could just go first and just roll 14 dice and take something out.
That's annoying.
So I ran with 4 copies of Accelerate. That should help me win the Space Arena a little bit quicker. You don't really need to attack with the Death Star many times before you start taking control.
That is a true statement.
Now, I have 4 copies of Jedi Piloting. This is going to be far handier now that I'm running all these cheap little units with not a lot of health. I'll get more value out of this card, I think. I still have 2 copies of a bigger fish because I really just want to give the Death Star accuracy and overkill. Sounds awesome.
Seems like overkill, but that's fine.
No, I mean, that's what makes it awesome. When you're rolling 14 dice with overkill, you kill 2 things.
Yeah.
And then I have 3 copies of Imperial Misdirection, primary way to keep my units alive, especially the Death Star. Locations, I haven't changed. This card's probably bad, but it's like I have the Death Star in play.
Yeah.
I could always just make the Death Star take 3 damage,
Yeah.
and I never get to play it, so it's also a Death Star location, which is cool. Landing platform, it's just a cheap location for 1. Draws me a card. I have 2 copies. That did not change, and the only reason I'm playing it is because I can optionally re-roll the build.
Sure. Okay.
So, and then Watto Shot. It just is a way for me to discard additional like duplicate cards. Like I'll have multiple Death Stars. I don't have a Jawa Sandcrawler anymore, so I can just discard duplicate Death cards for build points.
Okay.
Or any duplicate card that I don't need, I can just pitch for a build point.
Makes sense.
So it's not the greatest, but. And then I changed my missions around. I'm running 1 Take the Initiative, just to help me get back some of those cheap Starfighters that I have in my deck. And then 3 Return to Spaceport, which will remove... Oops. I got the wrong card here.
Well, now's the time to fix it.
4 damage counters from your ground units. I thought Spaceport did not mean to play that card. We will change that. Alright.
Swap. Go swap your cards.
Yeah, I will.
I can shuffle if you want to go grab your new cards. All right, we'll see if these changes impact our results from last week.
The funny part is the Ewoks will probably still be good because I'm still running a ton of Imperial ground
That's
units.
true.
So,
Wahahaha.
alright. I gotta take these terrible Return to Spaceports out. Actually, they're not a terrible card. It's the same card. I just need Starship. Starship Refit. This card for 1 resource just removes 4 damage from a unit in space. Primarily. Pay 1,
The Death
remove 4
Star
damage from my Death Star. So
seems
this
fine.
might give it a little more survivability.
Can do a little bit more there.
So try it out. And I apologize. That battle card explanation was just terrible. I will actually maybe script something out, and I'll pull out some specific examples, and we'll do it again.
It might also just be a little easier in the context of
And to be
playing.
fair, it is also just very difficult to explain to Patronus everything, because she's kind of a rules lawyer and then finds every edge question possible. Which I should be used to do with you guys in the rules forum at this point. But she's the ultimate ball buster sometimes.
Okay.
Alright. Let's try this out.
I did do a pile, but
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll just make sure.
it's fine.
Yeah, and this still might be bad. If somebody has a great Death Star deck, I'm very open to see your list. It's, again, unfortunately, it's just never been a good card. Even the new Death Star 2, it's only 1 point more than Death Star 1, which is why the card's, I think, so much better, and it doesn't have that drawback.
Right.
But still, 13 build points in one arena, it's
a lot.
It's still a
for
lot
sure.
to build around.
Yeah,
And you have to play 4 copies if you really want to actually get it out.
it's true.
I mean, if you want to just throw 1 or 2 in your deck and then on the off chance you get it, it's probably not a bad card. But the odds of you playing that card if you don't have it in setup is next to nil.
That is a true statement.
I wonder if there are any battle cards from the IDC that allows you to filter the cards in your hand. Because I love cards like Jawa Sandcrawler and all those filter cards, but they always cost build points, which then
Right.
makes like cards that are super expensive tough to play because
Yeah.
you end up getting stuck with them,
Right.
and you have to spend like it's enough to have to spend 13 for a Death Star, but then when you have to spend 4 for Jawa Sandcrawler to filter out all your
Correct.
duplicates, and
Yeah.
so that's why I'm gonna try this whole. Let's just go cheap and fast and ground
And see what happens.
and see what happens. It might just be horrible. I might get wrecked. But I'll be honest with you, I've never put in the time to try to build a good Death Star deck. Except for when Death Star 1 came out, because the dark side was... it seemed like the dark side still needed help even after Mull. Alright. I got lots of mulligans. So... 3 mulligans. Imperial Misdirection, a bigger fish, and Jedi Piloting. So, mulligan those 3, drawing up to 7, shuffling these back in.
And when you get a chance, you want to grab all the dice.
Oh yeah. All the dice, and I don't know where the Marvel Champions tokens are.
In the Marvel Champions box.
They're over there.
I'll grab them.
Alright. Alright, let's try this again. Alright.
Ready?
Yeah, I am ready.
Go ahead, friend.
I'm gonna put... 2 in space.
Okay. I'm going to put 7 in space.
Okay, so you got to be careful with that card, so you know. So that card has an ability on it that if it's not piloted by a smuggler, it will tap. So what I'm saying is, you don't want that card to be the top card you play during setup. So if you get another Millennium Falcon,
Okay. So then
do you have a different Falcon?
I do.
Play that one first.
Okay.
And then you stack that one underneath, and then
Okay.
after setup, you would flip that one on top.
Got it.
So that's put that card back on stream for a second. So
I definitely did not keep reading.
a lot of people don't play this card for that reason.
Yeah.
But the deck you're playing has a whole bunch of smuggler pilots. So then this card doesn't have a drawback.
Okay.
So as long as it has a smuggler pilot on it, there's no drawback.
Is there more than just Han?
You've got Han, you've got Lando, you've got who else? Nine Nub is in there.
Oh, okay.
You have at least 4 smuggler pilots.
Okay.
I don't remember what the 4 were, but you might have 2 Hans.
Maybe that's what it is.
2 Hans, a Lando, and
right.
9 Nubs. So you have 4 pilots.
Okay. So that's going to stay in my hand.
Yep. Alright. So we know you're playing that, so we're not going to get cute. I'm going to drop our Deathstar down.
Yeah.
So 15.
Yep. So we'll stack under for 1. Draw. Now can I put a unit that's the same cost on top? Or does it have to be more?
So here's the thing. You could always build up, which means, and this is a good question. So she's a stacking question, which is during setup, when you're stacking in a unique unit, you can only put a card on top of the stack if that card costs more.
So not equal.
Equal is fine as well.
Okay, so equal or more.
You cannot put a card that's cheaper on top of the stack. So if you had the Falcon that's the A Falcon that cost only 5 build points, or the C Falcon, you can't put it on top of a 6 because it's like you're going backwards in your setup. So you can only put underneath, or you can put it on top if it's the same cost or more.
Okay, because I drew another Falcon that is 6.
That's fine. It can go right on top.
So I can put that on top, and that's the one I'd rather have on top anyway.
Yep.
Draw. And then...
It's a good Falcon to have against the Death Star.
Uh-huh. For sure. Let's do 6 on a Rebel Freerunner.
Sure.
And I still got to keep going, so draw. Oops. And... let's do... three on an A-Wing?
Okay. Gotta put those little buggers in there.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to do... I'm going to put 3 points in ground. You're up. And I'm putting a Imperial speeder bike.
Let's do a mixed battle group.
Okay. TIE Interceptor for 3. Still not past you, right?
Oh, no.
You got a lot. Okay.
I got a lot.
Um, 7 on Vader. So 6. Turn that to a 4. 20. 26, 28.
Okay.
Draw. So this is one of my favorite Vaders. I believe it's a common. Oh, it's an uncommon. Revenge of the Sith. It basically is like a reverse Cloud City Battlegrounds for your opponent. They have to pay 2 more force for every battle card.
Yeah.
The downside is he has to pay 2 evade 1, but he does have armor, so he will stick around a little bit.
I'm gonna put 5, my last 5
Ooh,
on
hidden cost Luke.
Hidden cost Luke.
Okay. Well, this is a pretty thematic game nonetheless. I have 2 build points left.
Yes.
All right. I think we're gonna stack Vader once. So you see, what I'm doing is I'm taking a more expensive Vader.
It's hard to see the cost because it's getting faded.
Yeah,
8.
it's an 8-cost Vader, and I'm stacking him underneath. I can only stack underneath.
No, you could stack that one on top if you wanted.
I could.
It's higher.
This one I could do either or.
Huh?
I'm just pointing out. I'm stacking it underneath. There are some people who think that you can't stack underneath.
Oh. Okay.
In setup. Okay. I have 1 more point to spend.
Yeah.
And don't know where I want to spend it. I'm going to spend it on a Blizzard Force Snowtrooper.
Okay. So 1 of 3.
And I'm done.
Got it. All right. Roll for build.
All right, rolling for build and setting force. 6.
6.
Something wrong with the camera. Oh, no light.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Hold on. 1 sec.
There you go. It's better. All right. 6.
All right. I gotta still draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. All right. So I have 7 cards. I'm gonna start my turn. I'm gonna draw a card. And I'm gonna put 3 on another speeder bike.
Okay.
I rolled a 6, so I get a bonus.
You do.
So
you have 4 left.
And then we'll put 2 on a Blizzard Force Snowtrooper.
Okay. 2 more.
2 left. And then we're gonna put 2. Let's put 2 here.
Good.
2 here. Sorry, I'm good.
All right. Draw. That's helpful. Let's do 3 on an X-Wing escort.
Okay.
And then let's do 3 here.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I have no retreats.
Ditto.
All right.
Let's get weird.
Actually, maybe I should retreat this guy. Well, no, it's fine.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay, space.
70 speed.
Yep.
A-wing. So
Or the Falcon, actually.
Hold on. So let's go through the steps of battle cards, right?
Mhm.
So we're gonna start the space battle. I have nothing to play. The first player pass comes to the dark side, so I just pass.
Correct.
You have nothing to play, so you're passing.
Correct.
Now we go to a speed check. Who's the highest speed unit? It's a 70 speed.
Yeah, there's 270s actually.
270s. So there's 270s you could choose. And if you could say, A-Wing's gonna go, if I wanted to,
that will be step 1.
No, we're not even attacking it. You could say, all right, A-Wing is gonna activate first. If I wanted to play a speed boosting card,
oh sure,
before, like a speed check, if I wanted to play
during the speed check, yes.
Yeah, if I wanted to play a card that boosts the speed on one of my guys, I would have to do it before this A-Wing actually chooses a target to attack.
Sure.
Okay? So this is before an attack starts.
Yeah,
so,
this is the speed check phase, if you will.
Yeah, it's not a real phase. We call it a speed check. A speed check is when you're determining which unit has the highest speed and then chooses which to activate.
Yep.
She has 2 at 70. She's going to choose one. Which one are you going to activate?
A-Wing.
A-Wing's going to activate. I'm going to pass. I'm not playing a card.
Okay.
So the A-Wing can now then tap and choose what it wants to attack.
Yeah, so this is step 1. I'm choosing to tap, and he's going to target the...
Okay. He's targeting here.
Top.
So then step 2 would be a trigger for anything that is attacking or being attacked, which I don't have anything.
Correct.
She doesn't have anything. Step 3 would be,
it's a player pass window.
Player pass window. And this would be, I could play any battle card that doesn't have a restriction. So there are certain battle cards that will say play only when no unit is attacking. I could not play that here because this unit's attacking.
Right.
Or there might be a card that says, basically look on the card. If the card says play only at a certain time, you have to make sure that restriction is not there or met.
Makes sense.
Okay, so I have nothing, so I'm passing. So
then
A-Wing's
step
rolling.
4 is rolling the dice.
Right.
Which he rolls 2.
2. He's got 1 hit. So now damage is being dealt. So
well, yeah. So you're assigning the damage. That's step 6.
So she's assigning one.
Well, technically, there's 5 of re-rolling. There's a re-roll player pass,
Correct.
but I don't have.
I apologize. She's right. There's a re-roll. So she rolled these dice.
Yep.
So if there was a
lucky or another card that
battle
allowed
card,
me to re-roll.
Yep, you could do that now.
Which I don't have one, so we are done with that. Number 6 is assign hits to a defending unit.
So she assigns this.
Correct. Then 7 is the attacking unit. If they have overkill, they can then choose to assign hits to another unit.
Right, which we don't have any overkill in play.
Correct. Then determine damage pending based on the number of hits that have been assigned. So that would be, especially with overkill, it'd be determining exactly where you're assigning the damage. Yep. And then it's a damage prevention player pass.
Okay, so now a player pass is being triggered because damage is pending on this unit.
Correct.
So if I had a card that I wanted to play, I could play that card now. And
Correct.
let's see. Do I have a damage prevention card that I want to play to keep this guy alive? I think I do. So I'm going to spend 1 force. I'm going to play a
Jedi piloting.
Okay. This will now prevent this 2 damage.
Yep.
And this card's going to go into my discard pile.
Yep. So now step 10 is place damage counters, but there are now no counters to place.
Because they've been prevented.
And then step 11, if the damage counters are equal to or greater than the defending unit's health, that unit is discarded. And then when discarded, effects trigger.
Yeah, if there's an effect that says when a unit's discarded, something happens. Yeah. That would trigger.
And then finally, step 13 is the attack ends.
Right. And then after the attack ends, we would proceed to
another speed
check, essentially. And when we say speed check, again, it's not an actual mechanic in the game. It's just used to reference the next unit with the highest speed on the table can now activate.
Correct.
Which is going to be the Millennium Falcon.
Yep. All right, and real quick, Easy was actually just saying he has a Death Star deck that's similar to the one you're playing. He uses a TIE fighter from Rogues and Smugglers, I think, is what RNS
Is it the
expansion.
one that when it dies you gain a build point? Basic TIE
Correct.
fighter.
Yep, and then use take the initiative to recycle them back into hand
Yeah, I
and
actually
keep
have a
with it.
take initiative in this deck.
Yeah, so that's his take
I
on
thought
a.
easy. I actually thought about playing that TIE fighter. The only reason I didn't was when I played last week, I really had a hard time keeping damage off my Death Star, so I went with the other cheap.
Preventing the
I have
intercepting.
8 interceptors in this deck
Yeah.
now, and I don't know if that's right. It could be the wrong way to go.
Okay, so that said, the Falcon is now going to activate. He is going to attack here.
Okay, so
We'll make you spend the
I'm gonna
force.
spend 1 force to intercept
There.
here.
Okay.
And again, we could go through how this works. So step 1,
Yep. Step 1
she's
is
declaring attack
declaring
at the
attack.
Death Star.
Correct.
All right. Step 2, when attacking abilities trigger, which there are none.
Correct.
Step 3, general player pass. During the general player pass, I'm going to use the activated ability of intercept to force the attack from my Death Star to here.
Correct.
So that's how that works. That's the timing window. This would also be the same timing window if I had retaliate on this guy.
Correct. Actually, the rulebook specifically
I
says
could actually
activate attack,
intercept
retaliate.
first,
Yep.
then retaliate, and now if I had another ability, I could do this also. I could basically keep playing these abilities because that's what player pass means, and so both players pass twice.
Correct.
So once both players pass twice,
then you're done.
Then you're done. You move on to the next step. So I'm playing this ability. Do you have an effect? You say no, you pass.
Correct.
Then I have no effect, pass. So now the attack's going here.
Yes.
So we're into step 4.
Correct. Step 4 is rolling the dice.
All right, so we're rolling 7 dice.
With accuracy 1.
All right.
This guy should be very dead.
You've got 4 hits.
So, very dead?
Very dead. So...
Okay, so...
Step 5.
Assigning, yeah, so step 5 is a reroll, including Lucky. We have no reroll effects. Then assign hits to a defending unit, which is obviously the TIE fighter.
All right, so we're assigning 4 hits.
If I had overkill, I could choose to assign damage to another target. I don't. Then determine the damage that's pending to each unit.
There's 4 hits pending.
Then there's step 9 is a damage prevention POP.
I'm passing.
Pass. Step 10 is place the damage counters, which we have them now on the Starfighter. When damage counters are equal to or greater than the defending unit's health, which it's
4 versus 1.
Yep. Then it's discarded. Any units abilities that trigger when a unit is discarded would resolve, and then the attack ends.
Okay, that's it.
We're not going to do that anymore, by the way.
Yeah, but that was a good.
But that was a good way to just break it down.
We did it twice. And those rules, you can find them. I'll post them. We'll post them in the video on YouTube when we'll post the screenshot of the rules, and then it's on page 42 of the Revenge of the Sith rulebook. There will probably be some kind of new flowchart sheet when the new rulebook comes out for the IDC because they've gone into a greater detail with some of the new things that they've added.
That makes sense because they have a bajillion.
There's also a couple of Wizard of the Coast cards that like kind of break these rules, but the cards were specifically errated. So
got it. All right.
So 60?
Yes.
Speed check. All right.
Yep.
We're going to roll 2 dice at X-Wing Squadron.
Escort?
Escort, yeah, sorry.
Okay. Do I have an effect? I do not.
Okay. I have none either, so I'll pass and I'll just roll. I got 2 damage. I got critical hit 1.
Critical hit 1.
So there's 2 damage pending on it now. She wants to play or pass. I'm passing.
That's so sad. I really need to save my card for when you wreck me with a Death Star.
Right.
I'm sad now.
Okay. He did. All right, so...
you had to roll a 6.
Right.
Your odds were so bad.
I just could have rolled 2 hits.
Yes, you had to roll 100% effectively.
All right, so next speed check is
40.
40. Are you passing? Playing anything?
No, I'm not playing anything.
I'm playing a card.
Okay.
I'm gonna play Accelerate for 1 force, and we're gonna have a 50 speed Death Star. Turn on the afterburners.
Okay.
So now I'm going with this guy. Do you have anything?
Nope.
So here's an important thing. This is now the new highest speed unit, so now it is going to activate.
Correct.
If she had her own
speed boost,
she could play it, or she could also play it in response to this. I could have played mine, and then she could have then said, "Oh well, I'm gonna."
Well,
Windows
it wouldn't be in response to yours.
Well, it would be the same player pass instead of you just passing. Because I played first, my guy would get 40 speed. You would have the opportunity to pass or play a battle card. You didn't have one, so you passed.
Oh,
but if
so you don't have to play something in response. You can just play anything, technically.
That's how player pass works.
Well, I was thinking it was like...
You're thinking Magic,
Yeah.
There's always a response. That's what I was trying to explain earlier. The response things are only damage prevention, reroll, and disrupt. Everything else is just individual batches. I play a card, card resolves. You could play a card, card resolves. That's what player pass is.
Okay.
So your option was, after I played this card, you had the option to play or pass your own speed boosting card, but you passed.
Okay.
Now, this guy's activating, because he's the highest unit. You would have another opportunity to play some kind of battle card here.
Right, that's kind of why I was thinking, you, closed the loop on playing the one battle card, and then you would have an opportunity to still play
Let me explain to you what the loop is for player pass. The player pass loop is really simple. The dark side goes first. They play a card. The light side then gets to go next. They can either play a card or pass. Once both players pass, a loop is closed. The next time the dark side player has the opportunity to play or pass, a new loop starts. So the batches are always just a dark side player does a thing, the light side player does a thing, it closes. Dark side player thing, light side player does a thing, it closes.
Okay.
If both players pass, it closes.
Okay.
Understood?
Yeah, but I still would have...
That's a very highly detailed, but that's how it works.
Yeah.
I can do a thing, then you can do a thing. If we both don't do a thing, we pass.
Okay.
Then next time there is a player pass, the dark side's going to go first.
Okay.
So this is the dark side starting essentially a new player pass scenario. I'm passing, you're passing.
Yeah.
So he's just going to attack, and he's going to attack the mixed battle group.
Okay.
With all the dice.
Okay.
I don't know how many dice this is. 11. 11 of 14. We'll have to reroll 3.
Lordy.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. That was a hit.
Dropping dice again.
One more, and I'll reroll this one. All right. I've got
100% basically.
10 hits.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to use all my force and play Hans Evasion.
That's annoying. Okay.
Preventing all damage.
So she's gonna use her player pass, or she's gonna use the
damage prevention.
Damage player pass, which for short is POP.
Yes.
If you ever hear the term POP, it means player pass. During the damage POP, she's playing that card. My only response now is if I had a disrupt card, I could disrupt that card before it resolves.
Correct.
I don't have one, so that's going to resolve. I cannot prevent that damage
Okay.
now. All right, so my guy's tapped. He attacked. You're up.
Yep. So 6 dice with accuracy 1, critical hit 1, and lucky 1.
Seems good.
I'm sorry, 5 dice, not 6.
5. At the Death Star?
Yeah, we'll make you spend the force. If you want to intercept.
Well. I can't use the force to evade with Vader, so might as well.
Okay. All right.
So you've got 3 hits.
Yeah, reroll one of those ones. Because we can.
4 hits.
All right, 4 hits.
That will kill it. Okay.
Okay. End of ground?
End of ground.
Or I'm sorry, end of space into ground,
Yep.
I should say.
So we're gonna go ground. So by the way, when you
enter a new phase.
when you end a phase, there's a player pass.
Yeah.
So this would be that opportunity if I wanted to hidden cost a unit into the space arena. It would happen now.
Before you proceed to the next
right.
arena.
So before you proceed to the next arena, you have a player pass. When you start the next arena, you have a player pass. So right now, I have nothing. I'm passing.
Ditto.
Okay. So now speed. We have 3 units tied for 50. I will choose one of the Imperial speeder bikes because Darkside wins ties. Player pass. I'm passing.
Pass.
Okay. So this is attacking now. It's rolling 2 dice at the Rebel Freerunner.
Yep.
It's got 2 hits. And she is going to pass on damage prevention and just take 2.
Yep.
Same thing. This is the new unit. Any effects? Pass.
Pass.
All right. Rolling 2. 2 hits.
Game.
Oh, man. All right.
That was a quick game.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, it's not a quick game. You have 4 force, right?
No, I used all of it.
You used it. So you couldn't hit and cost and live.
I didn't think you were going to hit for 100%.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the accuracy was what happened.
For sure. Yeah. If you didn't hit for 100%, I'm not dead.
Right, that's fair. Yeah, that's totally fair.
It seemed more important to keep my unit alive.
No, I mean, I think that was the right way because if you kill the Death Star, you're going to win. But if you leave the Death Star, he's just going to bombard 10 in the ground arena, and I'll win that way.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we can
that
play
again.
another one because that was super fast.
Yeah. I'll just do a quick match.
I will say that deck.
Yeah, my plan was if for some reason something weird happened and I didn't have to use the Han's evasion, I could have used the 4 force to put Luke into play,
yeah.
but I needed it to have not take 10 damage.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess what you could have done. No, how much did you have build on Luke at the end of setup?
5.
So I guess what you could have done is you could have just put your 4 of your 7 build or 6 build because you didn't have any characters, right?
No.
So you could have put the 4 on Luke and then guaranteed hit and cost him for 0.
Yeah, but then I couldn't have played the ship, the mixed battleship.
The mixed battle group.
I had no points on it.
Okay,
and it was only because you rolled the 6.
And you're like, I want to get this big thing in play.
I just want to get a big thing in play.
Makes sense. And I just happened to roll 100%.
Yeah. That was just unlucky on my part.
Yeah.
So if you don't roll 100%, I don't lose.
You could ask the guys in the stream, but I bet you that's the best they've ever seen the Imperial speeder bikes ever do. I don't know if they've ever been better than in that moment.
Yeah.
Killing a Rebel Freerunner before it attacked.
Unfortunately, the only character I had throughout all of setup was Luke.
Right.
He was the only one I drew. So it was...
That was your option.
Yeah. No cheaper options.
Yeah. I would like to see somebody maybe in the online tournament figure out a Death Star deck and play with it. Maybe that could be my challenge. I got to figure out what to play in the online tournament.
Speaking of which, registration closes on August 2nd, so that's like
Saturday,
2 weeks.
Yeah, Saturday, August 2nd.
You can register if you actually just go to the Home Base Games website. There's a Leagues tab.
Yeah, click on the one that says Online Tournament, not the one that's Beginner League.
Correct. And there's a sign-up button there to push you into the
what we should do,
sign-ups.
do we have a link on Home Base Games to sign up for the Star Wars Discord channel?
No.
We should do that. We'll add that. So, because honestly,
I mean, technically there is, because I have it under the IDC information, which I have like a partners and friends page, and it's under the IDC.
We definitely should
there.
make that link pretty easy because everybody, you really need to be a part of Discord to be a part of the league because that's how we communicate and sign up for things.
Sure, that's fine. I can have that.
You
be
really
part
can't
of
be in the league if you're not in Discord.
All right, sounds good.
I think there was a question in the chat. Or a comment.
Yeah, Easy says, woohoo, that's one hell of a speeder bike.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever seen that speeder bike do anything.
Rolled 100% and killed my Rebel Freerunner.
Yeah, what is the speeder bike's essentially just the Imperial version of the Stap from the Phantom Menace. It's not as good though.
All right, lots of mulligans. 4.
I got 2. Might have kept one of those conservations.
I also drew 2 more battle cards, so
good thing you didn't.
I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I might, if I don't draw more units, I'm going to struggle to complete setup, which would be really bad.
All right. I'm gonna keep.
I mean, you don't have a choice at this point.
That's true.
So
all sorts of true. All right, we're gonna put 3 building round and draw.
All right.
You know what's crazy about Star Wars TCG is I've probably played this game more than anything. There's never a point where I'm sick of playing. Where I'm like, I feel like 20 years later, I'm still playing, like, still discovering new things because we're doing the stream. And I'm trying to do different things for people. Like, I don't know if I've ever played this card outside of draft.
Okay, let's start with Princess Leia for 4.
Okay. She could pilot your speeder and make it faster than my speeder.
She can.
That's so annoying. All right.
Do I have speeders?
Your Rebel Freerunners are speeders.
Are they?
They're Rebel speeders.
Oh, okay.
Power Dive, babe. Remember Power Dive? Untap it. You have Power Dives in your main deck with the Rebel Freerunners. You can untap them.
No. I don't think I've ever done that before.
Yes, you have.
Okay.
All right. 8.
If I'm not staring at the card to see the subtypes, I won't remember.
I just thought you remember because it's in your deck.
No.
Yep.
Okay.
So this is one of my all-time favorite Vaders. It's probably one of the cards from the early sets that is super underrated, and honestly, it is still good. It's just a really cheap unit with intercept that also has evade, which is awesome. So you could play him to, if you're like, say you're running like the ion cannon guys or some little guy that's like giving you an effect. He could just be a great delay tactic.
All right, so we're playing an Ewok glider.
Okay.
And then we're gonna play an X-wing escort.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna play a TIE fighter. Draw a card. Stack Vader for 1.
Okay.
And draw a card. So you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to play as cheap as possible so I can draw a Deathstar because I don't have one.
Yeah, I figured you would have played it at this point if you had it, because it's not really time to be cute.
Right. Definitely don't have it. I'm going to play Stormtrooper Assault Team. Draw a card. And
can I have Leia pilot an Ewok glider?
Is it a speeder?
No. Oh, it is a speeder!
Get the hell.
No!
It's an Ewok speeder.
Oh my gosh.
This is an Ewok speeder.
That's
Leia can't pilot the She can ride on the Ewok glider.
She can ride on the Ewok glider. Oh my gosh,
is hilarious.
That fun? We're probably just gonna do that just because it's hilarious.
All right, 2 more.
Yep. It's not very good, but it's hilarious, and we're probably gonna do it.
It's actually annoying because it
makes it go faster. Yeah.
And what else does it do? Uh,
I think maybe more power.
20 speed and lucky 1.
Lucky one. Okay. Um. All right. Well, we're gonna stack under
Yep.
with Leia for 1.
Yep.
Draw. And then we have another X-Wing escort.
Somebody just said something in chat, I think.
Nope. Still
Nope.
just the
Okay.
same comments from before.
All right.
Draw. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. And we are having some. I guess we're putting 3 in space. Draw a card.
Okay.
And this is the scenario where what Easy was talking about, the basic TIE fighter would be a little better for me because they actually roll 2 dice with accuracy and would have a chance at killing this stuff.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna do
I might make that change.
3 on C3PO.
Okay.
Draw.
I'm going to play another TIE Interceptor for 3. To arrange these so they don't take up as much space. So put 3 here. Draw.
Let's do another Ewok glider.
This is a card you don't see a lot. I actually am kind of a fan in it. I use it in my Vader H deck. I don't know if he's not that good in here, but I was going for Endor theme and he was a Force Walker, so.
It's true. All right. Let's
Yep.
okay.
Let's play another TIE Fighter for 2. Draw.
Pretty sure I know the answer to this, but you cannot use any build points on locations, even if it's your last point. Correct.
The only thing you can build during setup is units.
No, that's what I thought. I'm going to
Ewok glider.
another Ewok glider.
All right. I have 4 points left. We're gonna put 4 points on Endor Attack Squad.
Okay.
If if a ground location is in play, it gets hidden cost.
All right.
So that's 30.
Yep.
Draw.
Roll for build.
All right. 2.
3.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Draw. Well then. Gonna be like that, huh? We're just gonna play 3 on a TIE Interceptor.
Okay.
And pass to you. We each get 4 fours.
Yeah, it's true. Let's, I guess, draw my card.
Yep.
That's the most important thing. Then Let's... Decisions. I suppose I will do one on a Rebel Hanger. And then I'm just going to finish this last Ewok glider here.
Ooh. Nasty. Rebel Hanger.
And
This is a great uncommon location. Or
yeah.
great common location.
And I'm going to, because it's funny and hilarious, have Leia jump on an Ewok glider.
You got it.
I just think that's so hilarious. You got to do it at least once.
Okay.
And that is my deployment.
All right.
So retreats.
Yeah, we are.
What?
We're running from the Ewoks.
Come on.
I don't even have a boost. I'm gonna get annihilated.
Retreat.
The only guy that's gonna go before your Ewoks is him, or before these two is him.
Correct.
And you're just gonna kill him.
Probably. What's your point?
All right.
Okay.
Space it is.
Yep.
All right. So 71st is the A-wing.
Yep.
Where are you going?
One of the TIE interceptors.
Yeah. It's annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna intercept because I just don't want a TIE interceptor die to an A-wing.
That's fair.
So rolling
2 dice.
0.
Okay.
Any player pass on the reroll? No. Okay. All right. So TIE interceptor rolling 3 at one of these guys. Rolling 2.
Yes, they have shields 1.
2 damage.
Okay. Let's do... a strange lodgings for 1.
Yeah, so you only take 1. Okay. Attack the same guy. 2 dice. 3 damage. And attack the other one with 2 dice. 1 damage. Yeah, that one. Alright, and then these guys. We'll throw 1 in an A-wing. 0. 1 in an A-wing. 1. 1 in an A-wing. 0. Okay. Go ahead.
So 4 dice, accuracy 1 at...
We're going to
these
intercept.
guys? That's the wrong way. Yeah,
Yep.
there you go.
Alright,
Okay.
so 4 dice.
Yep.
Oh, that was the A-wing that attacked before. 2 hits. Dead. I have no damage prevention.
Okay. That's it.
Ground. You win.
Yeah, I'm going to heal this with Rebel Hanger.
Oh, yeah. That's annoying. Okay.
Okay.
So, there's nothing here, so they just tap.
Yep.
There's nothing here, there's tap. End of turn, we ready our cards.
Yep.
I can even ready the ones I retreated in the back. This is actually partially built. Okay, force. Go up to 6. You're at 7. Roll for build. 1.
That's bad.
That's not good. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Draw a card. I'm going to play 1 on Watto's Shop. So this is how you replace locations. If you haven't... You have to... So this location cost 1.
Yep.
So whatever character location I play to overbuild and get rid of it, I have to pay at least the cost of what's in play. They're both
the cost
1.
of the cost of your location or mine, whichever is greater.
Yeah, correct. Yep, get rid of that card. All right, Watto's Shop.
I'm assuming you're done.
That was 1 point.
Yep.
I
Hence I say I'm
I'm
assuming you're done.
Well, I'm gonna push my dudes in,
Sure, that makes sense.
and then I'm done.
Okay, draw. All right. I will see your overbuilding.
Ah, it's irritating.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Okay.
Retreats.
Yeah, we're gonna retreat and ground again. Space. So space battle, I pass. I have nothing.
One of these guys. 2 dice.
I'm gonna intercept with a TIE interceptor. 0.
Did that twice.
Yep. All right, so 2 at the X-wing.
At the X-wing, okay.
1.
Yeah.
2 at same X-wing. 3.
I will.
High speed dodge.
No, strange lodgings.
For 4. Okay,
For 4.
so it takes nothing. All right, and then 2 at the same X-wing. 0. Oh, that's so terrible.
That was lucky.
All right, and then 1 in an A-wing.
Yep.
1. At least I got rid of the A-wing.
Yep. Which nerfs him significantly.
Yes.
And roll 0.
Yeah, so he has shields, he has 1 power, so he can't roll any dice, so he's just tapping.
Yep. Alright, so just only 2 at one of these guys.
0. Holy cow, with accuracy.
Alright.
Oh, does he not get accuracy?
No, he does.
Oh, he does. He has
but
base
you roll
accuracy.
2 2s.
It's so. just the plus he doesn't get.
Correct.
Alright,
so start ground, heal.
Yeah.
Tap, tap.
Yeah.
Tap, tap. Ready.
Ready. Alright, so 4 more force. And roll for build. 6. It's a big number. Draw. Boy. I guess I'll put 1 point here. Losing with 5. I'm gonna flip to the bigger Vader for 3. Losing with 2. And then.
Oh, I cheated?
What do you mean?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I was thinking you had Vader A in play.
Vader
which would have made my battle cards cost more?
Yeah, no, I didn't have him.
Yeah.
That's not Vader A. That's like Vader O or N or something. It's Return of the Jedi Vader.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No, you didn't cheat. You're good. I'm putting my last 2 here. And push these guys in.
Yep.
I guess I could always hit and cost him, so no reason. Alright, you're up.
Is it any location or is it only ground locations?
Only ground.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, if I leave him with 5 on it and I draw a ground, I can hit and cost him for 0.
For sure, yeah.
So,
uh-huh.
And if I'm probably not going to fight here, might as well keep him out.
Okay, so draw a card.
Yep.
6. Let's just play on.
Oh, nice. Hey, that's the Han from the A New Hope article. My favorite Han Solo.
And so that was all 6. And then the question is, do we want Leia to hang out on a glider?
Or do you want her to help with Han?
Yeah, or do we want her to help with Han? But Leia hanging out on this glider is pretty much single-handedly winning me the ground arena, which is
I don't know
hilarious.
about that. You also have this guy.
No, I'm just saying, like, this little weird setup is what's preventing you from staying, really?
Yeah. The other weird thing is if you did you spend all of your build?
Yes.
Okay. So on the next turn, if you flipped her, that Leia actually, this Leia that's stacked underneath, she has an ability that whenever damage would be dealt to one of your smugglers, prevent that damage, and she takes 1. So she basically forces Vader to attack her instead of Han Solo, which is nice because Han Solo has accuracy and is drawing you extra cards.
Right, exactly.
So, but if you can't flip her this turn,
I can't.
she is still a 50 speed,
She's a
4
50
attacker.
speed. No, 3.
She's stacked, so she would be 4.
Oh, 4, sure.
So he's still gonna go first. No,
No, he's not.
he would go first.
Yeah.
But still, he's not gonna kill anything.
Yeah, I probably want to just move Leia over.
I think that's probably better. Puts more pressure on Vader.
Agreed.
I still can't kill anything even if I go first.
You might. These guys are all
I can
2.
kill. That's all I can kill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need.
But these guys are rolling.
But I need to
dice.
be killing this though because
Yeah.
this is guaranteed damage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But those are, I guess, rolling a lot of dice. You were right. Okay. So,
all right, Leia got off the glider.
Do I even want to stay in this ground battle when I know I have this? I will 3 Ewok ladders. It's hilarious. I'm gonna retreat. Still.
I'm gonna retreat this X-wing escort.
That makes sense. Okay. So space. We're gonna tap all my guys.
Mm-hmm.
Ground.
Yep. Tappy tap tap.
And then.
You're first. 60.
Yeah, I've got a lot of force. When Vader attacks a character other than the Jedi Master, he can pay force equal to the character's ability to do retreats. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with Vader.
Yep.
He's rolling 7 dice.
Yep.
And he is going to. I mean, Han Solo's the threat. He's rolling 7 at Han.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 3 hits.
3? Alright. It is.
And then he has an ability. Says when Vader attacks a character other than a Jedi Knight or a Jedi Master. Oh, you may pay force equal to that character's total bit cost. If you do, the character retreats if Vader attacks. So
you could pay 6 force to push him out.
But here's the thing. Remember when we were talking about steps of attacking? His ability triggers when Vader attacks. It resolves after his attack ends. So to use his ability properly, I would have to pay that force before I have rolled dice. Step 2.
Correct.
I would have had to make that decision before I knew what I roll.
Correct.
And I didn't do that, so
Okay.
I'm not going to use his ability.
All right.
But
fair enough.
that is how the rules work.
Correct.
Because it's step 2.
Yep, you're right.
And then it resolves when Vader's attack ends, which is step 12, attack ends.
13.
Right?
Yep.
Step 13.
Yep.
All right, so Vader's done.
Okay, so on first.
Yep.
4 dice, accuracy 1.
Yep. At Vader.
At Vader, his only target.
And 2.
2.
So Vader's going to spend 2 force to evade 2. This was a 4.
And then Leia's going to attack and just 4 dice.
Okay. She got 3 hits.
Snap.
So I'm going
I
to
needed that roll on Han.
evade, and he'll take 1
1
damage.
And C-3PO is going to ping his old master.
So annoying.
2 dice.
Yep. Stupid C. This C-3PO is going to hit for 2. I know it. Oh, no, 0. Thank gosh. Okay.
All right.
End of turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Rolling for build and gaining force. All right, roll for build first.
Yep.
6. Draw. Okay. And we're going to put 3 on a Blizzard Force Snowtrooper and 3 on a Blizzard Force Snowtrooper.
Oh, shizzle. Okay.
That's my 6, and then we'll push these guys in. And I'm wondering if I just... No, I'll just hang out with my hidden cost.
I'm going to use his ability, draw 2.
And you don't forget to draw an extra one at the start of the turn.
Oh, okay.
So that's your draw. Now draw 2.
If that's the case... Yeah, I don't care, actually.
Okay.
Has that made a difference?
Okay. Well, that was just from Han.
Yep. I'm gonna maybe, because I would like to. Maybe I will still do it because I would like to use Leia's thing here. So draw 2,
You could
and
discard
then
one battle card or 2 cards of any type.
and I'm gonna discard 1 Change in Destiny.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna pay 1 to flip Leia.
Okay.
Then I'm going to pay 1 to stack Han.
Okay.
Probably on top. Feel like the lucky 3 is going to help him survive.
It won't matter if you keep that Leia in play, because if you attack Han, Leia automatically prevents the damage.
She prevents 1.
Prevents all the damage and takes 1.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why she's.
All right. I was thinking it was like prevent 1 damage. And
so
she
you
takes
just
it
want
instead.
the
Okay.
accuracy Han bigger, so you can try to kill
Okay.
stuff.
All right, and then.
And the lucky will help with multiple attacks from Blizzard Force Snowtroopers, but you're going first with Han and Leia. You could always kill both of them before they even go.
All right, and then we will.
Oh, I guess the other thing to be, maybe you do want that Han on top, because I do have the Force. I can go, I'm 60, so I'd go first. I could force
Him out.
Force Leia out, and then it couldn't protect him. So
true.
Maybe the lucky is better in this scenario.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, so many intricacies.
Yeah, he's a little slower, but
he wasn't going.
Still a 50. He'd be a 50, which goes after these guys.
Mm-hmm. So that's the downside.
Mm-hmm.
This forcing you to retreat thing is actually kind of annoying.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll do that for now, and it's wrong. Okay, then we're gonna do 3 on another X-Wing escort.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 here.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna retreat in ground.
Okay. I'm gonna retreat these guys.
Okay.
Stickies.
Space battle. I'm just going to exhaust.
Yep.
Ground. Okay. Character.
Yep.
So 60 speed Vader.
Yep.
When Vader attacks, I'll trigger his ability. I'll spend 5 force to force Leia to retreat.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna roll my dice. She doesn't retreat until the attack ends.
Correct.
So 7 at Han Solo.
Yeah. No, 7 at Leia.
No, I'm attacking Leia.
Right.
So his ability is not who he attacks. His ability is when Vader attacks a character other than a Jedi Knight or Jedi Master, you may pay force equal to that character's total.
It's whoever you're attacking.
Oh, you're right. When Vader attacks a character other than a Jedi Knight or a Jedi Master, you may pay force equal to that character's build cost. So it's who he attacks.
Correct.
All right.
Does that change your opinions?
I was gonna spend 5. I misread the card.
Is it 5 or is it 6?
It would be 6 because of the stack, actually. Okay. But I misread the card. You're probably better off with the other Han in play, because I have to attack her and then retreat her.
Right, but he's still gonna have to take attacks 6 dice here.
Right, but if he was Han, he could go first, and then, well, yeah, no, I don't know. It's interesting.
It's fine. We're dealing with this.
I'm rolling 7. I'm not spending the force.
Okay, are you attacking Leia or Han?
That's a great question. And am I spending the force? Because I might need to defend. I think I am going to spend the force. I'm going to attack Leia and spend the force. So
okay.
6.
All right.
5, 6, leaving it with 3.
All right, and then before you roll, Easy actually had a quick question. If our playmat is the one on the IDC website, did you post the one I designed on the IDC website? I know they have playmats there, but the one that we're going to pick up that I designed.
It's the one I've shown before. I don't know if that's on the IDC website or not.
I don't
But
know.
it's the one that you designed that I've
I'll throw
shown
it on our
people
Facebook
before.
page.
I've
if
shown
somebody
it
wants
quite
to
a
look
few
at
times.
Easy also asked if we have any equipment cards in our decks right now. I don't think so.
These
I haven't seen one.
These decks do not have equipment.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of equipment cards in these decks because they're only Wizards of the Coast. In other decks with where I have splashed IDC cards, I've put in equipment because the IDC equipment's just a better design.
All right, so roll it, Leah.
All right.
And you're pushing her out of the arena.
And I'm pushing her out, which I'm glad I did because I only
2.
got 2 hits.
Okay. 2, and she's retreated, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it says you may pay force equal to that character's total bill cost. If you do, the character retreats when Vader attacks ends.
Okay, perfect.
So the end step, she retreats.
All right, so that
2
happened.
50s.
2 50s.
So now we're going to roll at hot solo.
Okay.
And as long as you have more Imperial characters in the character arena than your opponent has Rebel characters, this unit gets +2 power. So it's rolling 5 dice.
That's so much better. I don't know why you were considering whether or not you wanted to push her out of the arena. Now you get to get extra power.
Right. That was the reason. Yeah.
That wasn't even a consideration.
3.
3. Reroll the 3.
Yep. 2.
All right.
And then rolling at Han.
Yep.
I got 2.
Okay, reroll the 2.
Got 1.
It's
exactly enough.
It's exactly enough.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Next turn.
Yep.
It is kind of cool to see Vader A's ability actually work and come into play.
Yeah, it was super relevant.
It was very relevant. It's a ability people forget about quite a bit. Like, I even forgot how to use it.
Yeah.
It's been so long. 4. Draw. Four. Well, stacking Vader for 1. And then 2 on a 1 point on another Blizzard Force Stormtrooper. So that was 2. And then 3, 4. And I'm done. I'm not even putting these guys in. Ugh. Okay. That's ugly. Yep.
So I'm discarding.
Okay.
And
okay. Alrighty. And
retreats?
no, I'm fine. Yeah. It makes sense.
Alright.
Space it is. 2 dice at a X-Wing. 0. 2 dice at an X-Wing. 0. 2 dice at an X-Wing. 0.
Good job.
Okay.
4 dice at a TIE interceptor.
Alright, we're gonna intercept.
Accuracy 1.
Dead TIE Fighter.
Yep. 4 dice at a TIE interceptor.
Intercept with this guy. Wow. 0.
No, accuracy 1.
Oh, 3.
3.
Dead. Forgot about that.
Yep. And 4 dice at a TIE interceptor.
Alright, no intercepting left. 3 hits.
3.
I'm going to spend 1 force for a Jedi Paladin.
Takes 0.
Takes 1.
Oh, yeah, 1. Yep. Jedi Piloting and prevents 2. I was thinking if I speed dodge.
Okay.
Okay.
Ground nothing.
Whack. Master, how could you?
Yeah, he's rolling 8. C-3PO's been a bad droid. 4. Still such a great card for 3 build. Cycling those cards.
Alright.
Alright, rolling for build.
Yep.
3. Force. Draw. I might need to push this guy in now because I might lose space. Guess we could wait 1 turn and find out if we lose space. Oh, but if we lose, I lose the game. So, all right. You're up.
That's it. Oh, these guys are ready.
Space.
Yep.
2 dice at a X-Wing escort. 0. 2 dice at an X-Wing escort. 2.
Han's evasion.
Okay.
For 4.
2 dice at an X-Wing escort. 1.
Okay.
Yep.
4 dice at a TIE interceptor.
Any particular one?
No. Damaged one.
The damaged one? That's okay. That's fine. 3.
4 dice at a TIE interceptor.
3. I'll prevent 2.
Okay. Takes 1. 4 dice at the same target interceptor.
Okay. 3.
Start of ground.
Yes.
I've
50
got
speed.
a 50 and 40s, so.
At 150.
Yep.
I'll roll it an Ewok glider. 2.
That's enough.
Okay. You're 50.
Yep. We're just going to tap and deal 3. So, how do I want to do it? Maybe just...
3
just
on the
take
ATST.
The AT,
Right, that just kills him.
Just kill
Okay.
it. It's fine. All right. And then Ewok gliders.
I'm going to spend 1 force
Mm-hmm.
to accelerate.
Yeah.
Plus 40 speed on my Endor attack squad.
Okay.
Roll 5 dice in an Ewok glider.
All right.
2 hits.
Okay.
I'm going to...
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. Go for it. 5 dice.
4.
I get
Oh, yeah,
plus-
5. Yep. 1.
It's pretty... Get 1. Is that cocked?
I mean, yes.
It's cocked. Let's roll it.
Still 1.
Yeah. All right.
You used up my good dice rolls in space.
I rolled 0 for 8. Over
My
8.
good dice rolls. You had me rolling 3 for 4 consistently until you got here, and then it's 1 for 5.
I'm going to roll 2 at the Ewok glider. 1.
All right.
Oh,
she was retreated.
retreated.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what. Yeah. I think we kind of skipped that step, to be honest with you.
All right.
Yeah. she was definitely retreated. Or should have been retreated, at least.
Force. So I've got 5 plus 4 would be 9. Alright. Roll for build. 6. Oh boy. Draw. This is just gonna be hilarious. Who's ready for this play?
Oh gosh.
I hope there's people still watching. 1 build point of my 6. Endor shield generator.
Okay.
So I have 5 left.
Okay. What does that do?
You may choose not to untap this unit during your untap step. Upkeep. Pay 1 build point and return this card to its owner's hand. Choose a space unit. When this unit would attack, as long as this card remains tapped, the chosen space unit gets shields 4. Giving this shields 4. I have 5 build points left.
Alright.
Put 1 on Vader. So I have 4 left. Put 4 on this card. And do any of these feeders help me in any way? I guess I can switch to the Vader that lets me search my deck for a battle card. So that's free. They're both 8. And I'm done. Hilarious.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll do 1 here.
Okay.
We will stack it for 1.
Mm-hmm.
That was this guy.
Yeah, Falcon.
Then we're going to swap Leia for free. We're going to have her pilot my Rebel Free Runner.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because she's not staying against Vader.
Okay.
And then
Alright. I have no retreats.
same.
Start a space battle step. I'm going to spend 1 force.
Yep.
During that first player pass to use Vader's ability to search my deck for a dark side battle card.
Okay.
I'm just going to grab Imperial Misdirection.
Sure. You got it.
And then 60 speed.
Yep.
Let's roll. So terrible. Let's roll 2 dice at one of those stupid X-Wings. 0. Okay.
Oh, the 6 was the build. I was just like, what was
Yeah,
that 6?
I forgot to take it out.
Oh, it's all good. Okay. These guys don't have an attack because you have shields 4.
Yeah.
Han's gonna roll 2 dice.
Yeah.
Accuracy 1.
2.
Hilarious.
So dead.
Take that, shield generator. All right. Go to ground.
Yes. And
Heal.
I'm going to...
This is a 60.
I know.
Or 70, actually.
70, yeah. I'm going to accelerate my Imperial Speeder Bike to 80 speed, or 90 speed. Plus 40.
Okay.
Roll 2 dice.
I might have an
effect?
a resolution of that.
So you have a disrupt?
I do. I'm just deciding whether or not I want to spend it, knowing that you have an Imperial Misdirection in your hand.
Which doesn't do anything.
At the moment, it doesn't, so I might as well just...
Okay. That's how you disrupt.
Yeah. So it's going to go down to 3.
Alright, you're up. That's really bad.
Alright, so this guy's just gonna tap
Yep.
to deal 3 damage, divided as I choose. 1, 2.
It's not divided as choose. You could do 2 damage and 1 damage, which that works out perfectly.
Oh, it is that. I'm sorry. I thought it was however you wanted. Alright, and then Ewok Glider is
Yep.
gonna roll 4 dice at 5 dice at the Indoor Attack Squadron.
Got 2.
2.
And because it's like I have not been able to get rid of this, it has crushed me.
Yeah.
You had 2 in your hand, which was very unfortunate.
Yeah. You still get to roll.
Yeah.
And probably kill it.
I'm gonna roll with the Ewoks. Four, 5.
Annihilated.
I wish I would have rolled at the Rebel Freerunner.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this damage is still on here. I don't know why I took it off.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Easy says he would like your advice on a combo that you're planning. Or that he's planning. A combo he's planning.
Okay.
If you want to throw that into chat, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, rolling for build?
Yep.
6. Jeez. All this build. Put 1 here. Upkeep. Pay 1 build point and return this card to your hand.
I mean, it does cost 6, so I don't know if you want to do that.
I'll pay the upkeep.
Yeah.
You're up.
What's this? Oh, yeah. Alright, we'll just draw.
Okay.
This feels like a T-Rex fist fight right now. Tap.
You're up in...
I don't think there's any reason to... No, that's the bad one that I can't use. Yep. Okay. Tap. And just do all 3 there. Yep.
Alright. 5 at the Rebel Freerunner. Three.
3. Lucky 1.
Oh, god damn it. Leia. 2.
Okay.
3 at the Rebel Freerunner. 0, of course. Alright.
Alright, so this is a good point. Easy says what he's thinking. Playing Imperial Blockade at the beginning of the turn and then Surprise Reinforcements mission card to get 5 build points and block my opponent from using their 5 build points.
I think that's a totally crazy cool combo. Imperial Blockade, though, he's talking about the one, I think, from A New Hope. It's not the blockade from the Phantom Menace. I think it says your opponent can't spend build points. So you play it. You play it, they can't spend any build points, and then you give surprise reinforcements. So you get, for force, you get 5 build points, and they get done.
So Imperial Blockade, it is, yes, from A New Hope. To complete Imperial Blockade, you must also pay 8 force. Your opponent can't spend build points this turn, and it's a mission that costs 2.
I mean, if you could find the 12 force to pull that off, I think that's
8.
Super fun. No, because surprise reinforcements cost 4 force as well.
Let me pull that up.
That's a battle card.
Yes, it is.
Battle card that
pay
got
4
eroded.
force. Your opponent gains 5 build points, and you may spend them as though it were his or her build step. Then you gain 5 and do.
That card is still...
Play only when no unit's attacking. Okay.
That card still really makes me angry because they eroded the card to not work as intended. Because there was no... Technically, there's no player pass opportunity to play... Or, technically, you can't spend build points during the battle phase.
Right.
So,
yeah.
They made a card that... It worked
Broke
for a little
rules.
bit, and then they eroded it to not work.
Oh, okay.
It was just terrible.
Yeah.
Because technically, if you read the card, it never really would work, but...
Right, because it's all during the battle phase.
The intention of the card was to allow people to spend build points during the battle phase and then deploy something. Like surprise reinforcements, like hidden Costa was like putting something into play.
Okay.
But both players could get the same amount and put it into play.
Sure. Okay.
That was the original intention of that card, but they later eroded it so that you got to spend the build points, but you couldn't deploy anything. So
Oh, okay.
You put build points
You
on
got to
cards,
play
and
it,
then they
okay.
just sit in the back till next turn. It was
Oh, that's weird.
made the card completely worthless.
Yeah, that's garbage.
All right, so end of the battle phase.
All right.
I'm actually going to spend 2 force Imperial Misdirection onto this thing, killing it, so I don't have to pay the upkeep.
Okay, makes sense.
All right.
Roll for build.
I'm dead, by the way. 1, which doesn't even matter. Draw.
Infinite force.
All right. 5 build here. Go.
You rolled 1.
Oh, 1 build here. Go.
For shits and giggles.
Sure.
Oh,
okay.
Pilot an X-Wing.
Yep. Nothing in space. I have no retreats. You have no retreats.
No.
You tap.
Yep.
You heal.
Yes.
Which is why I'm losing.
Yep. And
3.
Yeah, just do the 3.
I'll do 5 back. Unless I roll 4 hits, I'm dead. 4 hits!
Lucky one.
Oh. That's a hit.
That's it.
I won.
You won.
Get out. No damage prevention, no battle
Nothing.
cards.
All I have is Sounds of Evasion.
Oh.
That one on the build was rough because I had needed 2 for this.
Yeah. I had 6 build on Tarkin, and I had nothing to build for the last 3 turns.
Yeah.
So, joke's on you, game.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well,
Hey,
you pulled it out.
I won a game.
A match. You run both games.
Oh, right. That's right. Well, the first game was so bad I didn't even count it. That was actually a really good game, though. You know what? It went pretty long and was back and forth.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody. We'll see you next week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Remember to please like and subscribe if you haven't done on Twitch and YouTube. And for Patronus and we are signing out.
Thanks, guys. And Easy, good luck with your crazy, ridiculous blockade surprise reinforcement shenanigans.
I would love to play him with that deck. That sounds fun.
Maybe if you give us a deck list, we'll try it out on stream.
Yeah, that's true.
Good night, everybody.
Right.